Hi, welcome back to Chameleon Switch. Do you see my board so far? Might take you a little closer. Don't mind the voice, just trying to shift it. I did take a couple of photos, just painting in some of the missing, little set pieces that didn't, stick to the board properly. So, paint brushes, popcorn, chills, madness, blankies, especially if you're on the other side of the world. And do it the next day. Yo, wake up. This says look up and touch faith. Now the reason why I mention that is because on my Ventral War last mission I went to, the event in the city, there was another stranger I came across. Just doing some environmental shot backs. You would have seen it on one of my mini videos. Looking for help. Now this beautiful gentleman, and when I say beautiful, I mean the moment he walked up. Now, by eye, okay, he looks, and admittedly, when I sat there with him, just listening to his conversation, his story, his life, he mentioned drugs. Now, I took the time and day with this gentleman. Beautiful soul, in and out, you could tell. And he's like, usually when I speak to pretty girls, I get ignored, rejected, that look, And even though he had done things, he was just, a normal everyday gentleman just because he was missing a couple of teeth and stuff. It's quite sad to hear that bit, because I'm like, they shouldn't be judging you on how you look. He was apparently a local. He was that much of a gentleman. He took me from walked me from A to B. Don't get that. Not all the time. Not gentleman-like anyway. Not by strangers either. Broad daylight, so it's not as if I was in any danger. He was minding his own business, as was I. But we really got into conversation about Indigenous cultural background spiritual, which by look, see again, don't judge a cover by, the outer. Because, he didn't take me, to be that bloody, sorry, get chills. With our projection. So he knew cultural background medium stuff. So, because I mentioned, and I showed him some photos, showed him that I was culturally, I was talking about it, where I was from. He knew people, of people, let alone him himself seeing anything. But he mentioned quite a few different ancient, from ancestry. You could say urban legends, you could say spooky ghost busting type of stories to keep kids in line. Those type of feels, even though you're seeing them, you're going to be a believer to them, And just having a natural conversation on just day-to-day travels, on what the city is like, because he was local. But it was the give take, and we sat there for a good, half hour, 40-minute or so, just talking, gas-bagging. Shared a little sneaky Bob Marley. You know what I mean? Which, in all honesty, just thinking about it, going back through, going from one lady on the train to seeing a beautiful cultural event to another, incident with, from a story prior which hurt more to this. It was a nice little blessing to have conversation spiritually about things that I wasn't too sure that I'm seeing. in the physical and the realm, you know? So it was nice just to have a stranger confirm something else on that day. So much on that one day. But how are you? How are everyone else feeling? What's something that a stranger said to you that played its part in your mind? Soul, spirit, ghost, you know? Something that woke you up to something. You know? Whether it's just everyday talk and it's advice or something that you thought you didn't need. That random box. I love randomness. I am that toolbox. Then what? Someone else thinks that's useless. Someone else is like, yo, that's helpful. What do you come across when everyday people come across you? Hit me in the comments on that one. DM if you want to get a bit more personal. You want me to share it some way, shape, form? Happy to do that too, because some people are scared to voice their opinion. I'm not. Hence the madness. Look. Been doing some more sketching. Went on a ghost little adventure with my daughters. They're coming up. Little historical, you know. They want to go be little Ghostbusters, and Mummy's got to go first, you know, as you've seen. Still doing. There's so much more. Yo, let alone any more bloody camping. I want to do camping again, like, yo, out in the nature. Oh, and I was going through my audios to go with my last camping trip. Yo, hallelujah. I can finally post them up. They do sound a bit how you doing. So you can skip a lot if you don't believe in whatever above. Okay? Just shouting that out. Because I like to talk about anything and everything. Hence, what do you talk about? Because people can be so mean, you know? It tickles your fancy in conversation. Besides the na-na shit we're seeing. Give me some positive feedback. What's something you'd like to see change in the world? Besides taxes. Yo. Good morning, Birdie. Trying to decipher if I was just bending over, my head was getting a little, how you doing? Take off the black and red, please, and thank you. Calling back my energy. It's on a day-to-day. Is anyone religious? Is anyone just, yo, Matrix, we work 9 to 5 and don't give a fuck? There's those ones out there. Hello, goodbye. Kidding. But hello and goodbye in the same breath, you know? What is it? What is that? From Miss Congeniality. Aloha, yo. What's your favourite part about your job? I like that one. What do you do for a living? What's your favourite part? There has to be something. Even damn well down to the boss if you're a kiss ass. Yo. Okay. I think I'm pretty happy with mixed stream. The white and the jags. Just a second. No, don't fly anywhere. But I'd be a cheapskate and just use a piece of paper full of paint instead of going to go get my, paint bloody thing. Hey. Might do a part 2 soon. Because I'm going to start doing some spray painting onto the board again. But we're going to use stencil. Can you use my stencil? And I'm going to have a banana because, I'm starving. Food is good. I need it to live. Need water more. Look after thyself, yo. What is our temple? Linda was a big girl too. Before and after pregnancies, take to work. Too many minis, this one. Stay tuned, okay? I know I've got a couple minutes left, but I'm gonna eat. Oh my! Lord is blessing us. Hang on, give me a second. Yo! Oh, look! Sun shower. Can you hear it? Can you breathe in? And out. Feel. Are they the best though? Sun showers, Cleanse yourself. Purity. Get out in it. Yo. Stay tuned, guys. Enjoy. Bye.